China's efforts to bolster its island defense capabilities in the South China Sea have grown increasingly sophisticated, with the goal of constructing an unsinkable aircraft carrier that enhances its strategic presence. Over the past few decades, Beijing has systematically transformed several artificial islands into a network of interconnected military and logistical hubs, which has significantly improved its defensive capabilities. This has become even more important with the rising presence of the United States and the increasing assertiveness of countries like the Philippines, Malaysia, and other regional players, all of whom have competing interests in the area. The South China Sea itself is a vast maritime region covering approximately 2.1 million square kilometers, a body of water that plays a crucial role in global trade and security. The region is not only home to more than 230 islands and reefs, but also sits atop some of the richest oil and natural gas reserves in the world. As a key geopolitical area, it links the Indian Ocean to the Pacific Ocean, serving as one of the most important shipping routes in the world. The disputes over territorial claims are especially complex because the South China Sea is bordered by 8 countries: Vietnam, the Philippines, Malaysia, Indonesia, Brunei, and others, all asserting their sovereignty over parts of the sea. Among these competing claims, China's position, as defined by its controversial 9-dash line, has been central to tensions in the region. This line is often viewed as China's historical claim to the majority of the South China Sea, a claim that is disputed by neighboring countries and the international community. In recent years, China has increased its efforts to assert its claims over the South China Sea by reclaiming islands and building up military outposts. These moves serve dual purposes. They are driven by China's interest in tapping into the vast natural resources found in the region, such as oil and gas, and by the need to secure vital sea lanes that are essential for its economy. The South China Sea is a major global trade route, with roughly $5 trillion in trade passing through it annually. Securing control over these routes is vital to ensuring China's continued economic growth and military security. The reclamation projects China has been undertaking since the 1990s are massive in scale. These efforts have not only focused on expanding its military footprint but also improving the living conditions for the personnel stationed on these remote islands. Some of the earliest projects, such as those on Yongxing Island and the Meiji Reef, set the foundation for the vast network of military installations that would follow. Approximately 295 kilometers to the west of Meiji lies Yongshu Island, a key strategic location that has been radically transformed in recent years. Originally, Yongshu was a coral reef that extended over 108 square kilometers. But through extensive reclamation efforts, it has been reshaped into a robust and resilient landmass, covering roughly 2.8 square kilometers. This is nearly 6 times the size of the well-known Taiping Island, giving it significant strategic advantages in the region. The design of the island has even been compared to that of an aircraft carrier, underscoring its potential as a highly versatile and multifunctional military base. The transformation of Yongshu into a large, artificial landmass has not only boosted its capabilities for military operations, but also enhanced its role in controlling and securing vital maritime routes in the region. Yongshu Island is equipped with a 3,160-meter-long runway, purposefully designed to accommodate long-range transport aircraft such as the Y-20, China's heavy-lift aircraft. This makes the island an important logistics hub, capable of supporting not only military aircraft, but also large-scale air transport operations. The island is part of a larger network of artificial islands that includes 4 additional outposts: Jubian, Nanjiao, Dongmen, and another closely linked outpost, that are interconnected by modern infrastructure. These outposts play complementary roles, with each one serving a specific strategic function within the broader military and logistical framework. The northeastern section of Yongshu is home to a 0.7 square kilometer port, a state-of-the-art facility designed to handle large tankers and vessels weighing tens of thousands of tons. This port is critical for logistical operations, enabling the movement of goods, supplies, and military equipment between the islands and the mainland. Moving further northeast, Jubian Island, situated 170 kilometers from Yongshu, stands as another major milestone in China's ambitious island reclamation projects. Jubian Island has been developed into a fully functional landmass with a permanent surface area of 4.3 square kilometers. Like Yongshu, Jubian is equipped with both an airport and a modern port facility. making it a critical secondary node in China's growing island network. The island strengthens the triangular defensive network formed by Meiji Yangshu and Zhubian, ensuring that the islands are mutually supportive and capable of rapid deployment in response to regional threats. This network, which spans a large portion of the South China Sea, enables China to project power and maintain a strategic presence across a wide area. This triangular defensive network is more than just a military deterrent. It is a clear indication of China's long-term strategic planning in the region. The ability to quickly deploy forces and resources between these islands strengthens China's ability to respond to a variety of scenarios, from humanitarian emergencies to military confrontations. However, despite the impressive infrastructure and capabilities of these artificial islands, there are still challenges to overcome. One significant challenge is the limited surface area available on these reclaimed islands, which may not be sufficient for large-scale military deployments in the future. As China continues to invest in these islands, strategists are beginning to consider innovative solutions to overcome these space limitations. One of the most promising solutions being explored is the concept of transforming these artificial islands into dual-layered fortresses. This would involve extending critical infrastructure underground, effectively doubling the usable space for military operations and logistics. The underground expansion would provide additional storage, command centers, and possibly even living quarters for personnel, making the islands more self-sufficient and capable of hosting larger deployments without the constraints of surface space. Rather than continuing to expand the islands horizontally, a process that faces both physical and diplomatic challenges, Chinese experts are now exploring the possibility of developing extensive underground networks. The concept involves creating tunnels, living spaces, ammunition storage, and even missile launch sites beneath the surface. Historically, building underground facilities in these coral-based environments was deemed nearly impossible due to the loose, porous nature of the coral sand, which led to major problems like water seepage and structural collapses. Looking to the future, the possibility of transforming islands such as Zhubian and Yangshu into complete underground fortresses represents a major evolution in China's maritime strategy, marking a shift in both defense and long-term planning. These developments are not only about gaining military advantages, but they also serve a critical role in enhancing the longevity and effectiveness of vital equipment. By protecting essential military assets from the harsh tropical environment, characterized by intense heat, high humidity, and the corrosive effects of salt, China can ensure that its technology and resources remain functional and reliable over time. In regions like the South China Sea, where environmental factors can quickly degrade sensitive equipment, such infrastructure becomes a strategic necessity. However, the long-term vision behind these underground fortresses goes far beyond purely military considerations. China is aiming to turn these fortified outposts into modern maritime hubs, designed to support a wide range of economic activities. As the infrastructure in these regions evolves and improves, there is potential for these artificial islands to grow into dynamic urban centers. These hubs would not only house military and strategic facilities, but could also promote sectors such as fishing, offshore oil and gas production, and even tourism. The integration of civilian economic activities would further solidify China's control over the region, transforming these islands into vibrant and self-sustaining platforms that contribute to both defense and economic prosperity. China's swift advancements in island reclamation, paired with cutting-edge defense technologies, are significantly reshaping the strategic landscape of the South China Sea. By constructing multi-layered, fortified artificial islands, Beijing is securing its maritime rights while establishing a solid foundation for regional power projection. This ambitious plan, driven by innovative engineering solutions and a forward-thinking strategic vision, is set to redefine not only naval warfare, but also the broader dynamics of regional security. The South China Sea, once a battleground for power struggles, is evolving into an integrated zone where defense, economic development, and strategic interests align, ensuring China's continued influence and dominance. Thank you for watching. If you found this detailed analysis insightful, please like, comment, and subscribe to stay updated on more in-depth explorations of international security and evolving geopolitical trends. We'll see you in the next video.